Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the SQL tutorial. So in the last video, we discussed about the date functions. So link is in the description. Please go through that video. So today we'll discuss on group functions. So we have it's also group function is also known as aggregate functions. Okay. So we have some average, max, min, count. These are some aggregate functions or group functions. And what is we'll also see about the group by, having clause, and roll up. Okay, how to use this. So generally group functions, it's nothing but it calculates the based on multiple rows, and it returns the single row, or it returns single value. Let's say, let's consider our employee table. As you can see here, we have the employee's name, salary, city, and department belong to which it belongs. Okay. So okay, so let's, for instance, I just want ID, first name, salary, and department, let's say. Okay, so now I want to show the, let's say I want to show the highest salary. Okay, so for that I'll use the, you know, for that I'll use max function, because max returns the maximum value. So I need the maximum value of salary. So as you can see here, the maximum salary of an employee is here, it's 70,000. Okay, so in similar way, let's say I want the lowest salary. So simply I'll mention here min function, max for highest salary, and min for lowest. So the lowest salary is this. In similar way, I need the sum of the salaries. Okay. So again, the syntax is quite similar. We have to just replace the function, sum function. Okay. So as you can see, the result is 7,32,402. What it actually did, it is summing the, it's nothing but the addition of all these rows, 15 rows. Okay, so that it's nothing but our result, that is 7,32,402. Okay, and what this min function did, this is minus 100, the minimum value, and our maximum value was 70,000. Okay, so let's see here, this is the minimum value minus 100, and here you can see the maximum value. So what these all functions did, it grouped the values, and based on the function it just picks, it returns the single value for max, highest value, for min, lowest value, for sum, of course, addition of all rows, and it returns again a single value. So this is nothing but the group function, calculation based on multiple rows and returning a single value. Okay, this is nothing but the group function or aggregate function. So we saw about the sum, max, min. Now I need the average. I need the average salary. So simply I will use the average function. That's it. So this is the average salary of the employees, 48,826.866. So again, so average is done based on the sum of all these rows and divided by the number of rows. Simple calculation. Now count star. Okay, so what it actually does, now I need to know the uh, how many rows are there in the table, right? To know the total rows or records, okay, in the employee table. So simply count, and here I will mention star. Okay, so 15 rows we have. Simple. Now why count star? Because I mean, why we have mentioned a star? Because if in any one of the row, if the value is null, still it will be considered as a record. So for that purpose, count star is used, okay, to count the total number of rows present in the table. So here in employee table we have 15 records or 15 rows. So again it has written the value as 15. Okay. So these was some of the functions. Okay. I mean these are the group functions basically. Now let's talk about group by clause. Okay. So now let's say I need okay, show the number of employees, let's say based on department wise, based on department. Okay, so what I'll use, select start from employee. Okay, here I need the number of employees, right, based on department, of course. So department wise number of employees. So again, of course, I'll use the count function. Here I'll mention the department, and I'll do the grouping based on department because we want uh, the employees count based on department. So this data is not, you know, understandable or it's not explanatory. So let's take department also and select. Oh, so now quite now explanatory because it shows in business development department we have only one employee. Okay, let me give me alias number of employees. Okay. Yeah. So in business development, we have one, customer service, one, development, two. Okay. In sales department, we have three number of employees. Okay. So, but now, so in this way, we can use the group by clause. Okay. We are grouping the records. Okay. Based on criteria. Here, I need the number of employees based on department. So this is the simple query. Okay. In select, I'm mentioning department and count of why count because I need the number of employees, and then grouping based on department. So what it did, based on development, it has two records, so it has written two records. Okay, so in this way, in in that also I need, let's say, let's fetch the maximum salary also. Let's say, but grouping is based on department again. Now what this query did, it giving me the number of employees based on department, and in that department what is the highest salary, right? So in business department the highest salary of an employee is 45,000, in marketing it's 70, in sales it is 40,500. Now I need, let me use this query only. Okay, I need employee, the same employee details having salary greater than, let's say, 40,000. Okay. So I need to know the department, number of employees, and their salary. Okay. Now, yeah, it's now okay. So I need employee details having salary. So here now I will use the having clause. Having, let's say, salary greater than 40,000. Okay. So these departments having salary more than 40,000, as you can see. So what this having clause did, it's again filtering based on the grouping departments. It's again based on site certain criteria. It's again filters the record, grouped records. It filters the grouped records. Okay. Now what is the use of roll up? It basically used to generate subtotals and grand totals. Here, as you can see in this query, to show the number of employees based on department. Oh, I'm sorry. Here you may see we are getting the department number of employees, okay, and their max salary. But I am not getting here the total number of employees. Okay, for that I'll use the roll up operator. Okay, now here I am getting the grand total. Okay, okay, this is the total number of employees, and this is nothing but the count based on department and the total count of employees. Okay, so for this particular scenario, the we can use the roll up operator. Simply, if we want to generate subtotals or grand totals, simply we'll use the roll up operator. Okay. If we want to filter the grouped records, then having clause. Okay. If if we want to group the records, again group by function, and we have the average aggregate functions, okay, as discussed. So in this way, we can use the group functions, or you may say the aggregate functions, okay, to solve our problems. Okay. I hope you guys are getting. If you have any doubts, please mention in the comment section. We'll discuss, and hit like, share, and subscribe if you are enjoying the SQL tutorial. So in the next video, we'll talk about the window functions. Thank you. Have a nice